So when we first moved to Scattered Joy Acres over 6 years ago, the place definitely needed some major cleanup. We had trees growing up through tires, a lot of lumber that was left out in the weather, and so it was moldy and rotten, and trees that needed trimmed, and trees that were laying down for the animals, fencing that needed to be redone so the animals can be safe. And so in that 6 years, with a team of volunteers that have had the same passion that I have every day, being able to serve our community and showing that the animals can love us unconditionally, we've been able to build what Scattered Joy Acres is today. Animals are a sanctuary for people. So Scattered Joy Acres is a 26-acre urban rescue and therapy ranch. 90% of our animals that come in are rescue animals, either through abuse, trauma, or neglect. And then we use them to do therapy with people, seniors, veterans, at-risk youth, and disadvantaged individuals. So you get to go in the pens with the animals and interact with the animals. You get to go in and pet the camel, take a selfie with the camel, go down the slide with the goats, or go walk the trails and hang out with Trisha, the dog who will take you for a walk. The most important factor that we've been able to help is being able to see a change in people's lives. When people come here, they're hurt. They're hurt from either trauma, they're hurt from abuse, they're hurt from neglect. But being able to spend one-on-one time with them, which our animal-assisted therapy program does, it helps them learn to come out of their shell and be more confident in themselves. Youth that are court-ordered to be part of our Be Somebody program, a character education program built off of attitude, integrity, grit, and purpose. It comes from the Code of the West. We go back to where a handshake means a handshake. When those young individuals are court-ordered here, they leave the cell phones in the barn, and we work on their guts and tear them apart and rebuild them back up to the individuals that God created them to be. So there's a lot of times we will take those individuals that we're working with our therapy program, and we close our eyes and we walk the ranch with our eyes closed and listen and smell to the things that are going on around us, which allows them to learn to trust themselves more. Because why the people are here is because they've made bad decisions. They don't know what to do. They've been abused. So if we can teach them to live beyond what they know, it builds their self up so they can become a person of confidence. A few years ago, I was approached by a family whose 14-year-old little girl's last wish was to ride a horse. At the age of 4, she was diagnosed with monochromial muscular dystrophy. And Ashley sat in the front of me. She was in a brace because her C1, 2, and 3 were already disintegrated. And Ashley shared with me what a blessing her disease was. Because while she was in and out of Children's Hospital, Mayo Clinic, and doctor's offices, she was able to share what Jesus was doing in her life with other people. And as we rode, she just kept sharing. In the last couple minutes, she was quiet, and I thought she was reflecting, and we came around the corner of the arena where her parents were standing, and they looked up at me and they said she was gone. Ashley died in my arms on her last wish, riding a horse. How awesome that after meeting with my mentor a week later, shared with me that I got to usher her into heaven. Last year, our numbers were 10,659 visitors. We served in our programs 8,423. We are privately funded with donors. All of our staff are volunteers. Last year we had 1,729 volunteers that came and gave 30,000 hours of service to our ranch. Scatterjoy Acres is a place of rescue and a journey to peace, not just only for the animals, but for the people who come here. They all come for their own purpose, their own reason. Some of them come just to visit, and they realize that it's bigger than what they realized it was.